Oh, this is gonna be amazing.
We're gonna take Hoonigan out in the Atlas. Yes, this seems like a bad idea.
All right, here we go.
Well,
She's not as filthy as I thought she would be.
I don't know. I feel like this is pretty intense. Like, you got to go through like layers. Before I even left in my hometown, I hit 2 massive heaves, and now the steering wheel goes right and the car pulls left the whole time. So it's been literally the entire journey with me putting pressure to keep it straight, which is just a joy. Yeah. All right. Well, we're going to take the roof tent off for track reasons. Try and do an alignment as fast as possible. Check the wheel weights because there was a vibration before. And then sleep. And then KW track day. Well, Atlas is ready. Mark 7 Sport Wagon is ready. Well, actually, no, it's an Alltrack. Wait, 2 4Motion? Slammed 4Motions? Are we all doing it wrong, or are we kind of doing it right? So let's go to a racetrack. Very excited about this. In California, it's gonna be a great day. Or I could, you know, roll this. It goes on fire. Breakfast of champions. Glenn got European Fanta for me, which is vegan, and then I have a leftover vegan donut that I forgot to eat yesterday. So this is an epic beginning to the day. Epic, my friends. Before we go and drive down the road from the home of the suspension source to the KW Track Expo, where KW are going to be doing the worldwide unveiling of the Variant 5 coilovers, which is absolutely crazy. Variant 3 was crazy. Variant 5 is going to be absolutely crazy. I just want to thank Suspension Source and, well, SoloWerks for sponsoring today's video, and also for all the hospitality. Avery and Glenn last night stayed up and did the alignment on the car while I fell asleep on a chair to get to this point. So not only do I have a wonderful breakfast, but we have a wonderful presenting video sponsor and friends at the Suspension Source. Right, let's do it. So today's just gonna be a celebration of all things KW and ST suspension. There's the racetrack right there, and then there's some pretty tasty hardware getting set up in the meantime. But, well, because I'm essentially just this dumb slam show car, I'm gonna level out the rotiform wheels because I don't know, OCD. Valve stems line up to the rotiform cap, and then I'm gonna jack the car up and set everything so that when you look at it, it's just nice and symmetrical, because my brain likes that. And once you see it, you can't unsee it. So now go forth and do that at all future events and shows. You are clearing it, but not by much. You're good. You're good. Fitment. Unbelievable. Look at this lowering trailer. Look at that. The whole spring assembly just rotates on it, and I'm pretty sure he controlled it remotely from inside the Porsche GT3 RS. That is super cool. Dang. These are the cars that people brought. I drove cross country in a stupid slam Volkswagen. I feel a little intimidated, but it's not a race. We're out here to have fun, to celebrate KW suspension. And for me, yeah, drive across country socially distancing to come to a freaking California track day in November. Well, this is it. It's my time to put on the helmet and take an Atlas Crosssport very lowered on 22 by 10 inch wheels on the racetrack. Likelihood that I will damage something like the, wheels, tires, something, medium. All right, going on to the track now. I'm gonna put my phone away. Everything else is secure. Let's see how this goes. Testament to the quality of KW suspension. I don't know what is. This car here, perfect. You knew I was gonna say that, but I would say if it wasn't. But how was the track? The track was awesome. Like, genuinely, it is like driving a Golf R. Humble brag, I did drive a Golf R on a Formula One circuit in Abu Dhabi. This feels just like a Golf R. I mean, it's the same platform and everything. Also, the brakes are ridiculous. There's brake cones. Like, on a lot of tracks, you'll see cones set up for braking, last minute braking, apex. This thing is like at the end of the braking. Man, there's some heat here. But no, it felt great. Yeah, hopefully it sounded good, because that's what we're here for, just to look good and sound good.
Absolutely did.
Well, track is down. For those other, people on YouTube, this is Miss Emelia. A very, very nice Corvette C8 on the brand new KW suspension, but unfortunately went a little hard, like proper full-on race mode, and caught fire.
Roll up your windows.
All right, well, in the Volkswagen world, you know Matt Crook, and now we have Sean, who is full-time videographer.
Yeah,
for Miss Emelia. Is that an okay title?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, there you go. What title do you want?
I'll take that.
All right. So yeah, I guess they're gonna clean the track.
I mean,
nobody got hurt.
Corvette on fire.
She was sending it apparently. If she's like scraping off the chassis on the curbs, full send. And the only person here wearing a race suit.
It's true. Yeah.
So props for that.
Yeah, right.
All right, we're not gonna mic up. We're gonna socially distance. We're just gonna do this ad hoc, and we're gonna test Frank, brand manager at KW.
Brand manager for KW Suspension. And what we're looking at today is our Variant 5 coilover suspension, which is the latest release into our street performance lineup. Technically a triple tube shock with a solid piston design.
How does that compare to like a V1 or like?
So typically in a V1 or a V2 or a V3, you're working with a column of oil within the shock, and as the piston rod is compressed into the shock, you're shoving that valve through that column of fluid.
Yeah.
In this case, it's different because there's no holes in this piston. The valves react very quickly, in other words, is what I'm trying to say. The C8 Corvette is the first, the C8 Corvette is the first one to be announced, along with the Lamborghini Huracan. So it's really for your, sort of higher end sports cars, supercars. This is literally the latest and greatest GT3 motorsport technology.
Is this, there's no extra fluid because of this?
There's no external reservoir, I think is what you're trying to say, right?
Correct.
Yeah. So
that's just housing the valves.
Exactly.
Okay. There's like definitely dozens of tiny little pieces, and that's what makes it so fancy. And, dude, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah.
All right, I'll let you get back on for whatever you're doing before I grabbed you to talk about the new. I can't believe it. V5. How are we at V5? V3 is mind-blowing, but the street V4 is like incredible. V5, it's like turning it up not to 11. This is like 100. Nuts. All right, that's the car you can hear running, but Bisimoto is putting on his suit. So let's get in the Atlas and go and like halt that behind. No, we'll give him some space. Crazy. Here we are. Here we go. I am rushing a little bit to get on the track. Whoo!
Are you gonna go out right now, James?
Yes.
Do you have room for a passenger or no?
Do they have a helmet and a face mask?
Oh, I have a helmet and a face mask.
Is it you?
Yeah.
Sure.
I was gonna bring the live stream bag if that's right.
Yeah, for sure. Let's do it. All right, we're gonna have to switch over to the Hoonigan live stream because we're gonna take Hoonigan out in the Atlas. Does this seem like a bad idea? Yes. Yes, this seems like a bad idea. But let's do it. Let's go live with Hoonigan.
All right, here we go. Oh, Corey's live streaming. Here we go, boss. All right.
Would you like your cooled seats on?
Ooh!
Cooled seats?
The guy cool seat coolers on and everything. The dash in this thing's actually very impressive.
Thank you, Volkswagen. Appreciate you saying that. Mode, custom, car settings, ESC off. There we go.
Naz, we just went full off.
You get all the settings?
Yep, turned everything off. Oh, this is gonna be amazing. Yeah, this thing's absolutely luxurious. The dash, the interior. I haven't been into Volkswagen, I'll be honest, for a very long time, and it's exciting to hop into and see how much they developed over the years.
Well, this is not exactly I would say go for a Golf R if you want to see, like, you know, track or something. The new GTI was just launched with Benny Leuchter, who was the, like, champion, Mr. Nürburgring, everything. So that's the new Mark 8 Golf R. This, however, is a family SUV. Thank you. I don't know if you heard that, but we have 1 minute. I'm going to give you the camera here.
Absolutely.
So you have no way to support your hands anymore.
We're okay.
All right, here you go. Tires.
Oh, you got a part of Porsche.
Let's let him go first. Might have a little bit of a power deficit here, but we can outbrake him maybe.
Ooh, good on the brakes.
This is a hard corner. He messed it up a little bit, and I haven't really learned it yet. Really sets you up for this one, but
Nice little elevation change.
that's the corner that the traction control overrides, even when it's off. But
The amount of grip this thing actually produces is insane.
it is 4-motion all-wheel drive, so I might be the only all-wheel drive car here.
92 miles an hour, 93 miles an hour. This thing is crushing it. Hard brake over crust. Wow.
I haven't learned this corner yet either, so
Rolling it
there's the
in.
Apex, the first one, and the second one, and then this is a really cool little series, which, see if I can nail it. No, I can't.
Yes. Woo!
All right, hello.
That was insane.
So, for those tuning in, we're at the KW track day. This is on a prototype set of KWs, but this is the Volkswagen Atlas Cross Sport, which is the MQB platform, which is literally the same platform as the Volkswagen Golf GTI, Volkswagen Golf R. And this one is kind of a development one for me, just to see what we can do. So, the engine is completely stock. I removed a muffler so it's a little louder, but transmission, engine, 100% factory, and it'll do that. So, how was the ride? No, yeah,
To be honest with you guys, like, if I were to describe the ride in this thing, the amount of grip that I actually produced through the corners, like, I was expecting a lot more roll out of the car, especially through, like, the tighter sections, but it was actually a very comfortable ride, and the car didn't ever feel like there was a lack of grip. You know, sometimes you'll hop in a car where the suspension's either too stiff or extremely bumpy when it's at this ride height. Even at this aggressive ride height, you could still feel the full motion of the suspension actually working. Typically, obviously, what's going back to being in too slammed up car, you get that very aggressive, like sitting on a bump stop. You didn't feel that. There was actually a lot of corners out there where I didn't actually expect us to roll that much speed through there, but I think that's either a testament to, once again, the suspension or the tires to give the amount of grip that we received.
You could have said driver, dude.
It's the driver mod. It's the driver mod. But it takes a lot, and it was totally the opposite of what I expected to feel out of this car at this size.
So this car is not much heavier. It's really light for how big it is. It's the fully loaded with the 4Motion and everything. It's 4,400 pounds. That's the same as like a normal luxury sedan.
Right.
So, and there was the height, and we've lowered that, so lower center of gravity. But I also think, I'm a big Volkswagen nerd.
Yep. I couldn't tell.
No, sure. It just drives like every other one.
Yeah.
So whether I'm towing or whether I'm sending it 8/10 around the track on stretched tires on 22x10 rotiforms, it just feels like a Volkswagen.
The thing that impresses me, 4,400 pounds as is, and you've been doing this all day. Like, that's what I'm getting at. A 4,400 pound piece of machinery and driving it as hard as the Porsche in front of us. And it's like, there's some people pulling into the pits. It's like, oh, I have brake fade issues. oh, I had this, and it's like, I have yet to see that from this thing yet, because it's like, oh, it's my time to go. Jamie gets his helmet on, takes off, does a full 20, 30-minute session, comes in, grabs the water, and it's like, oh, it's that time. And that's very unexpected. And that's why we had to get a ride. That's why I bugged you. I hate that I had to do that when you're in the middle of the stream, but
No,
it was like
great.
It was something that definitely very exciting to experience. So I appreciate you guys. Thank you, man.
I'm glad to meet you guys. Big fan. Brian's obviously a Volkswagen nerd.
Unreal.
I think I'm coming to visit on
Yes,
Monday.
dude, please.
I don't know what we're doing. I don't know if it's just like a 6 feet hang or we're gonna like. Yeah.
You usually don't know what you're doing until you get there, and you have everybody just trying to scumbag you into 12 different things. So
all right,
it's in the hands of Brian at this point.
We do have the cool seats on. I'm not joking.
Oh, dude,
like
that was literally the most comfortable track ride I've been in. We did it, Nance. We survived.
Yeah. Did you guys have a good couple laps?
no, we pulled in. The woman's like, "You have 1 minute." I'm like, well, the lap record's like 1 minute 30, but
Yeah.
sure, try.
So you basically got to do an out lap.
Yeah, we sent it. I mean, the way the real professional warm up is just to jam the brakes on, and that's it. And really, I think when you're running a 245 30 on a 10-inch, so they're stretched tires, I don't know if I want to like preheat them too much.
Exactly. Well, thank you for that, Jamie. We appreciate it.
You are so welcome.
Wonderful.
Not to be like weird or something, but no, I enjoy following your stuff.
Oh, thank you. We greatly appreciate it.
There's so much.
I'm excited to see you come to the donut garage and see if we could do something there with
I'm
this.
excited too. I having watched like Tanner and other like friends or whatever there, I feel intimidated. I have no idea. I don't know. Like I'm up for it.
Okay,
Awesome.
perfect.
Thank you
Look
so
forward
much.
to it. Thanks, Jamie. Chad, give Jamie.
You guys are done now.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, we've been done like
Yeah.
30 minutes at least.
This is going unedited straight on the bonus track. The soupy, it don't stop.
I gotta cut something, come on! But I must say, it was entertaining.